Hello, group number 2, everyone who chose the card Stolas, or the Page of Cups. Welcome to your reading. We are on the traditional lands of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Tsuut'ina Nations, Yarhe, Nakota, and Region 3 Métis Nation of Alberta. This is Treaty 7 territory. We are on top of Sacred Guardian, Sleeping Buffalo Mountain. To the back, you can see perhaps a bit of the town site of what is known as Banff in the National Park, the mountain ranges, behind you, forest on top of the mountain here, a little Inukshuk that people have built. So this is a lovely environment. I invite you to settle on in. Let's start with some housekeeping notes though. First off, I consider myself to be an R-rated reader, and that means that we could talk about some heavy subject matter, graphic subject matter, sexual subject matter, and it's very likely that I'll swear. So if any of those offend your sensibilities, now is your opportunity to exit this video. For those of you that are staying around to watch this video, definitely, I hope you enjoy this in your immersive 360 experience. You can watch it on mobile and look around in 360 if you want to, or you can even watch it on the desktop and click around, or you can just choose to have a 2D experience and just watch the reading from this perspective. It's a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. If it's not resonating for you and you want to just hang out in this environment and listen to some hot gossip for some other people, absolutely encourage you to do so. If messages are resonating for you, I encourage you to take the time to sit, reflect, and think about them. But ultimately know that you have free will, free choice, and it's a general reading, so take it with a grain of salt and don't take it too seriously. But if messages are resonating, they're there for you to reflect on, okay? So let's get into the tarot reading. The message or the question basically is, what wisdom can be provided here from the Guardian Buffalo? So let's get started with the overseer being Stolas, the Page of Cups. What else does group 2 need to know? What are the messages from Sleeping Buffalo? 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords reversed. What else? 7 of Pentacles reversed. 7 of Cups, King of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Magician underneath the deck. And for me, underneath the deck in these readings is the undertone of the messages that are going to be coming up. So what's going to be coming up is probably about your personal empowerment, your manifestation abilities in relation to emotional connections, most likely romantically. Sorry, I'm just kind of sliding down the mountain here. I have to switch myself. So, with the 10 of Pentacles upright, it definitely says that you have a desire to have a committed life with another individual or individuals. You want to build a legacy. You probably want to have children. If you don't, you can build that through projects or organizations or volunteering. So this is kind of a card of long-term vision of what you want to see yourself as growing old as. You've been doing a lot of work on having to deconstruct old mental belief patterns, negative thinking, etc. You've been trying to let go of this idea of like, I need to have this, or I'm not complete without, etc. These are examples of thoughts that would be negative thinking patterns. And this is generally a continual work that people do throughout their lives. But you've been in the process and you've been more conscious and aware of it happening. It's all about looking at what's in your life and within your mind and what is actually serving you and what's holding you back. So this is a very good awareness to have. And you're looking at this particularly in the realm of emotional relationships, okay, because we have the Page of Cups overall. So you're looking at your garden, you're thinking about manifestation, thoughts creating things, for example, and going, are these thoughts actually contributing to me getting what I want, what I imagine for my Ten of Pentacles happiness? Now, you may feel very overwhelmed with options. Maybe there's a lot of people who are approaching you or flirting with you or catching your eye. And if that's not the case where you don't have a lot of people, maybe there's just sort of not a specifically clear idea of a match of a person, you know what I mean? There's lots of things that you like about all different types of people, which is great. But at that same time, you may feel a little scattered when trying to visualize and manifest that. It definitely seems, though, that the King of Wands is a strong contender type energy, maybe attracted mostly to those who are extroverted, charismatic, kind of attention stealers is comes to mind. But that being said, is when they walk into a room and people notice them without them even trying to be noticed. They just have this magnetism that when they come in, people are like, hello, wow. They're energetic, they're passionate, they're exciting. So with that and the Hanged Man, it seems as though you're waiting for the right type of energy to click with you, and you're trying to gain higher and new perspectives to really see what matches. Now, what I find interesting about all of this is that most of that sounds extremely positive, but underneath you have the Magician reverse. So do you have hang-ups, I guess, about what you've manifested in the past before? Do you question whether you're capable of actually attracting this type of love into your life? Let's find out with some clarification. Okay, jumpy jump. Daughter of Pentacles, Father of Swords reversed, Two of Wands, well, let's start with that, I guess, since no immediate jumpers came out. But with the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles, and it's like, it seems so far away because you're just in page state, and 10 is so much further away. But this is also the herald of, like, yes, this can be achieved. It takes work, it takes a long time, it's something that builds over time every day. And we have to not get so attached in the idea of just the final outcome, because that's delaying your happiness, right? The process every day of life is the Ten of Pentacles. You're living the Ten of Pentacles, and it's just constantly building and changing and shifting, right? With the Eight of Swords reversed, we have the Father of Swords reversed. So I think very much there used to be extremely heavy mental patterns and baggage. Perhaps you've been going to therapy or doing some negative to a positive thought changes practice, cognitive behavioral therapy. These tendencies are probably ingrained from either households or cultures or societies, or just a personal messaging that you fed yourself. It's stuff that's deeply worn inside of the mind, naturally comes up, and is very important that you've been doing this work to release those kinds of things, to help shift and change yourself. And that's going to take continual practice. With the Seven of Pentacles reverse, with releasing and weeding stuff out of your life to make space for a healthy relationship, there is also this doubt of, am I doing the right stuff by letting go of these things? Every time you're assessing something and letting go of it, you may be thinking, but is this actually going to bring me to where I want to be? So there is still a level of doubt going on in the mind on going the right way. And by the way, this is a hot tip. In my perspective, you are always going the right way. just sometimes one way will take longer than the other, like the scenic route. And some people may think that the scenic route is not great because they want to get there faster. And other people, the scenic route has a lot of really great lessons or things to experience that give them a richness by the time they get to their destination. But you're always going where you need to go. Let's get some more clarifications. The Ace of Cups reversed. The Fool. And last one for the Hangman, please. One more card. Death. So, with the Seven of Cups and the overwhelm, maybe feeling a little bit chaotic around wanting to make emotional connections with other people, there's also this sense of blockage. So there's kind of a seeking energy of like, why can't I connect with you? Or every time someone shows up in your life, maybe you're like, are you my person? Are you the person for me? Is this my person? And that you're seeing everyone in that lens, a bit of an obsessive kind of tie up with wanting to have emotional connection. And that's okay, you know, like it's an important thing for people. But it's about recognizing that that is an energy that's projected out onto people, right? You're meeting people, not just meeting them as a person, but instead in a mental pattern of, are you my person? Now, there may be an actual person that has shown up in your life. Maybe it is that King of Wands energy. With the Fool, a new beginning. So maybe you have met an individual. And it's all about just, hey, let's go on a journey together. We don't know where it's going to go, but let's just start. The Fool has naivety. They don't know the future, but they're willing to take the first steps nonetheless. So the Hanged Man also gives me this sense of just like being patient and having time and letting it unfold. With the Death card, this is going to be really transformative. Instead of trying to apply pressure to make it a thing right away, just allow space, and this may be non-intuitive for you, but not holding back as in creating distance between yourself, but being patient and allowing yourself to watch it unfold. Are they matching your energy? Is this someone that you want to continue walking beside? That in itself, whether you stay with this person or not, is going to be a huge transformative life lesson. So, group number 2, let's get final advice for you if there's anything that needs to be shared. You will be successful. So, I don't know if you need to put this on a post-it note or somewhere or as an affirmation or on your mirror, but you're going to have success. You're going to have the long-term relationship. You're going to have the Ten of Pentacles. The hang-ups and worrying about it need to be released, and you need to have patience with approaching things from a childlike mentality. So I'm going to put the cards away. You can sit here and watch all the tourists and such, try to reflect on the messages, and then I will end the session.
Yeah, we have to ride to the saddle.